Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is over a question I get asked a lot in my everyday life. When people that watch me go through different situations, so I figured I'd just make a video for everybody. Today's topic is over being the bigger person, what that is, what it looks like, and what are the benefits to being the bigger person. If that sounds intriguing in any type of way, sit and let's just get into today's topic. So the first thing I want to do is I want to define what being the bigger person is. Being the bigger person is just you looking at a situation, whether you put yourself in that situation, you were put in a situation, or you're just in a situation that you find yourself to be in, or just one of the situations life throws at you. You look and you assess that situation and you come to the common consensus that, this situation is not really worth my time, my energy, my confidence, and just me as an entire person. I don't think that there's ever a time where if you do decide to be the bigger person that it will backfire. You don't get a backfire from being the bigger person. Another thing I want to remind you guys is you have to be mindful of the way that you present yourself. Y'all, people do say all the time that your perception doesn't matter. Yes, it does. People can perceive you and will perceive you a way that doesn't align in accordance to how you actually are because of how they perceive the way you react, respond, or handle a situation. Prime example, if somebody punched me today, I find them next week, I punch them and I beat them up, but they don't swing on me back. If somebody record it and they come out with that phone and they're like, world star, they come out with the video, they gonna say it's a bully situation. The whole time that person punched me last week and I found them and got mine. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is you have to be mindful in the way that you react and respond to situations, and understand that when you do say certain things and you do certain things, you can't take back things. Like after it's out there, believe it or not, y'all, some people that you get into situations with, some people will literally one side beef with you. Some people will put you in situations. Some people will make it their life goal to just get a reaction out of you. Don't give them what they're looking for. The only person that's going to be uncomfortable with the situation is going to be them. The only person that should wake up and their day be tainted by the negativity is the person in the source of the negativity, which is that other person. Soon as you engage, you're literally on the same playing field as them. If you never tap into it, you're just never tapped into it. One thing about it, I feel like people who fester in negativity, they don't love themselves. They don't love their lives. There are a lot of things that they don't love, and there are a lot of things they need to find within themselves to become a person that is bigger and to become a person that's better. Don't stoop to their level. If there is somebody trying to bait you into anything, it's not worth it, friend. It's just not worth it. Like when the dust settles and it clears, the person that didn't respond a certain way, the person that didn't react a certain way, that's the person that wins. It's not a battle. It's not a battle. It's not a fight. But what I am saying is you do better by just not saying anything. Don't give in to what these people are talking about. Don't give these people what they want. Another subject that I want to touch on is the mental health aspect of being a bigger person. Now, while you're learning to be the bigger person, it is going to kind of be up and down, but I do want to remind you, the bigger person has way more control over their mental health than you think they do. For example, if someone's just, saying what they're saying about me and they're focusing on trying to get a reaction out of me, that doesn't do anything to me. They're the person with the issue and the problem. So they're staying up and they're having these days where they're trying to make me a target, or they're going through their day making subliminals, and I'm just kind of here. So with that being said, that does something to their mental. That makes them upset. It makes them sad. It makes them angry when they can't get a reaction. They can't rage bait me into things. And I'm sure the people that got you watching this video, it makes them feel that way too. You really do have to rise above and just leave people where they are and just not stoop to people's level. Especially if you're like a positive person, or you used to be a negative person, but you're coming from there, you're growing from there, you're turning into a more positive person. Don't let nobody take you back anywhere you don't want to be. You don't like something, you change it. You don't want to be in a situation, you just don't. I know it's hard to be the bigger person. I know it's hard to rise above situations. I've been in situations where it was very hard for me to be the bigger person at first, but I move off logic and not my emotions. So I understand it. Just because I feel a certain way, I don't have to react and respond a certain way, because 9 times out of 10, the way your emotions are telling you to respond is not the best thing for you anyways. You can get upset because people are perceive you to be a person that you're not, but just be mindful that it's your fault for not controlling yourself and conducting yourself in a respectful manner. And a big thing that I've observed with reaction and people who look for certain reactions, they'll look for that reaction, but once they get used to the way that you react to certain situations, they're gonna keep doing it. If I know that I can get a certain reaction out of you, regardless of what the situation is, if I know I can just push that button and push that button and push that button and get the same redundant response every time I push that button, if I was a person that was negative and I just festered and lived off of that and thrived off of it, boop, 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 I'm gonna keep pressing that button. And what you gonna do? Keep crashing out, keep getting mad. It doesn't do anything for you to give these people what they want. So if someone's looking for a reaction out of you, don't give it to them. And another thing, when you stop engaging in drama, or if you don't engage in drama, the person starting the drama is going to get irritated with you not feeding into it, and they're gonna give up. And if they don't, we need to call them people on them. But you have to remember that you teach people how to respect you. You teach people how to treat you. If you are one of those people who are in a situation like this, I want to applaud you for a second, because I know it is hard to be the bigger person, and sometimes it does weigh down on you, and it does make you feel like, is this the right thing? I promise you, there is no con to be the bigger person. Friend, I'm about to tell you something, and you might get mad, but I have to be the person to tell you, friend. Sometimes being a bigger person requires forgiveness. You gotta forgive the ops. Like, you do. And it's not for them by any means necessary, but it is for you. When situations happen, especially situations that we don't put ourselves in, we just find ourselves in, you do feel resentment and you do feel a grudge towards these people. But I want to remind you that the way the world works is, if you want forgiveness, you have to forgive others. And I know y'all just got irritated. You probably just smashed your lips with the phone. Don't take it up from me. I didn't say it. He did. It's in the Bible. I did not say it. I'm just telling you guys what the good Lord told me. If you want the Lord to forgive you, you have to forgive others. And I know what you guys are thinking. I know I just told you the book. You like, well, you just bombarded us with the Bible. I did, because a lot of us need to get back into it. Just remember that forgiving them is not for them. It's for you. For instance, think of it like this. Every time you do something negative to somebody, that's a blessing you just blocked. Now, I don't know what your status in life is. I know that a lot of us, and most of us, and probably everybody watching this video, can use every blessing they can get. I'm right or I'm wrong. So with that being said, don't block your blessings because you want to get back. At the end of the day, the day gotta end, and you gotta make sure that you're covered when the day does end. So with that being said, I know you're gonna get upset with people. I'm gonna get upset with people. We're gonna have our emotions and our feelings about things, but you have to remember at the end of the day to protect your peace. And something that I learned along the way is peace feels so much better than revenge. That feeling that you get from peace feels so much more than any get back, any revenge, any tit for tat that you could ever give somebody. Peace feels better than all of that. So the only way that you can achieve peace in these situations is being and remaining the bigger person until the situation is done. The last thing I want to remind you guys is that at the end of the day, being the bigger person is not the easiest thing to do, but it is the best thing to do. I urge you guys and applaud you guys for being the bigger person, especially in situations where it's not the easiest to be. And just know it's commendable and respectable at the end of the day. And just remember that being the bigger person is also about not letting people get you out of your character. And remember that choosing peace over being petty is always the way to go, and it'll get you further in this life. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it to this point in the video. As always, remember to be blessed, protect your peace at all times, and you guys already know I will see you guys in a day or two. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.